So I got to be 100% honest here. Escaping the matrix feels fucking impossible. It's been about 2 months since I officially quit my job. And during the last 2 months, I've been doing a lot of just packing and moving and trying to get things sorted out before we head to Asia. There was a few family things that came up and just traveling around to visit people before we leave. In that whole process, I've been doing a lot of planning and getting ready to push out more content and start building SaaS products and start building out some of the ideas I have for businesses and everything that kind of goes into the work that I'm going to have to put in. And while I make okay money on YouTube, it's nowhere near replacing my salary. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I know that this is part of the process. But as I am trying to do this, I'm finding it very difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel and to actually feel like this is something that I can accomplish. It's tough because a big part of me is like, dude, you know how you are, you know that you can put your head down and focus, and anything you set your mind to, you can accomplish. And then the other side, the side that's been trained to think a certain way, the side that's been stuck in the matrix, tells me, what are you doing? Go back to your job. This isn't safe. This is dangerous. You're putting your family at risk. You're putting yourself at risk financially. This is going to be bad for your retirement. This is going to be bad for your future. This is going to be bad for your future job opportunities. And this is not going to work out well. And you should just get a job and go back to the grind, the 9 to 5, the working until you're 65 years old in order to enjoy your life. And it's really hard to silence that voice because when I hear it, I feel like it's the one that makes the most sense. The other voice, the other side that's telling me, no, stick it out, keep grinding, keep working, keep pushing to start your own business, keep moving in the direction that you need to move in order to break free from that 9 to 5 lifestyle and from the way that everyone tells you need to live, and go out and get what you want to get and accomplish your dreams and live the life that you want to live and spend the time with your family and do all the things that you want to do, travel the world and meet new people and start different businesses and all that stuff. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't looking at job postings and I wasn't chatting with recruiters on LinkedIn. I wasn't updating my resume and cleaning up my portfolio and thinking about getting back in the job market, even though I've only been gone for a little while and I'm not like upside down or drowning in debt. And I have plenty of runway and I have plenty of finances that can get me through the next year or two, especially if we're in Asia. I might be able to get even more time with the runway that we have. But I feel so torn on this whole thing. And I remember that these were the same feelings that I had when we first came back from Europe. Felt like this a lot. I felt like, well, I gave it a try and it didn't work out. So, let's just go back to what we know. And it felt like I didn't give it a serious enough try. Just all of it really makes me question whether or not I'm doing the right thing. And I see the comments and I definitely try my best not to let them get to me. See the people saying I'm having a midlife crisis, that I should be a grown up and take care of my family. And it's funny because I know that my family's good and I know that I prioritize them over everything. And the truth is that I am doing this with my family first on my mind. And my ultimate goal is for me to have more freedom, to be able to spend more time with my family, to live a life that feels worth living rather than just doing the same thing that everyone else does. I want to show my kids the world and I want to travel with them and I want to give them experiences that I never had. And I know that I can do that, but I know that I have to try to break free from what everyone says is the right thing to do or the normal thing to do. And I have to try to do something different. And I have to try to accomplish these things that I want to do because I know that this is the step in that direction to get me there. I try to quiet all the voices in my own head, but then I see the comments and, shame on me for putting this content out there. But I feel that there's a lot of us that want this and a lot of us that think about this and a lot of us that wish that we could do something like I'm doing. And I want to document these motions that I'm going through because this is the kind of content that I feel that we need so that we know, or so that other people know when they try to do something like this, that it's normal to feel this way, because I totally think that this is normal. It's normal for me to feel this sense of I'm not doing the right thing because it's so different from what everyone tells you to do. I still in my gut feel like it is the right thing to do. And it's the thing I want to do. Again, it's not for everyone. Some people do want to just work their 9 to 5 and be happy. That's fine. I know what that already provides me. And I get that that provides me stability and it provides me comfort. I want a little bit of discomfort and a little bit of instability. If that's what I need to do in order to achieve my goals and to get to where I want to be personally, then that's what I'm going to do. And if you're someone who's feeling like me, who's trying to break free from the 9 to 5 life, who's trying to escape the matrix, this video is for you. And these are my honest thoughts. And this is what I'm feeling right now. It's like the early stages of the Matrix when Neo first gets unplugged and realizes what the world is really like. I was part of something that I didn't want to be a part of. And I know how far I can get if I keep living that. If I keep working a job, if I keep being an employee my whole life, I'm going to only ever accomplish what employees accomplish. And what an employee accomplishes, someone who lives that 9 to 5 life until retirement, is that they work their whole lives to get old and be able to enjoy the final years of their life in retirement. And I don't want to wait 30 years for that. Like, I want to enjoy my life now. I want to enjoy my time with my kids now. I don't want to just be locked in my office all day, living in some suburban neighborhood, paying bills to wait around till I can travel and enjoy life. I want to do that now. And I want to break free from that way of thinking. But it's just so damn hard because when you do try to escape and you're first getting started and you're in this sense of uncertainty and you're still not sure whether or not it's something that you can actually do, your first instinct is to try to run right back to it. It's that saying, the devil you know, right? Because the 9 to 5 life is the devil I know. And there's a lot of comfort in knowing what to expect from what you're doing. And I know what to expect living the life that I was already living. And all the uncertainty and all the doubt and all the fear that comes from trying to break free from that and try something different and live a life that is not normal, but feels like a life worth living versus living a life that is normal, but doesn't feel like a life worth living. It's complicated and it's hard to process this. And this is one of my ranty therapy sessions in front of a camera that I'm going to upload and get backlash from people who just don't understand what I'm saying. But again, this is for those out there who have this feeling in their gut and feel what I'm feeling and want to try to change and do something different with their lives, and maybe are thinking about becoming entrepreneurs, maybe are thinking about giving up their job and following their dream. We tell kids to follow their dreams as adults, but we live lives that we didn't want to live when we were kids. I want to be able to tell my kids to follow their dreams the same way that their dad is, and I don't want to raise them to end up living the same life that I was unhappy living. I guess that's it. I don't know. I'm going to stop ranting now. I just wanted to say that it's been 2 months. I'm ready to hit the ground running. I'm finally in a spot where I can push out content and start working on things before we head out to Asia. I've got about 3 weeks of time with a good internet connection, office all to myself, and I'm ready to just grind out videos and content and get ready for my trip so that I can have some runway with my content and I can start working on my next SaaS idea and start working on all the stuff that I have ideas for and I've got written down, and I'm ready to go and I'm feeling really good. The last 2 months were pretty stressful with the packing and the moving and the traveling around in the US and visiting family and going on a cruise and like doing all these things before we head out to this big, massive trip of a lifetime. I've got a little bit of time before that happens and I want to be prepared, but I wanted to get this off my chest and just share how I'm feeling because I know that there are people who are watching this and are interested in my journey. And this is just part of me documenting what I'm going through because I feel like there's a lot of value in me sharing this rather than just doing like a big elaborate video on like tips and tricks on how to escape the rat race. I want to just talk about like what I'm feeling as I'm doing it myself because this is real firsthand experience. And I'm sure that I can't be the only one that goes through this when someone tries to do what I'm doing. And again, it's not something normal and not many people try to do it. So I figured I might as well share this for anyone out there who might be interested in hearing it. All right, with all that said, I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.